Okay, I just woke up and I'm trying to be quiet because my husband is still sleeping. But I had looked at the video that for my February TBR, what is happening there? I looked at my February TBR video and I just didn't like it. I had like this really bad acne thing that I had on my first day of work a couple days ago, and I just, the whole time I was watching the video, that's all I could look at, and I'm still looking at it. I think with this one right here, these are both really bad that day. So we're just gonna record real quick what our February TBR is. It's gonna be a short video probably, although I talk too much, so who knows. But we are focusing, is Black History Month. Today is February 1st. We are focusing on Black authors as our like main thing. I have plenty of Black authors on my TBR of the 195 books that I want to read in 2025. So I picked, I chose 5 for like my main TBR, and then I have like, I think like an alternate, and then I also have a second series in my Kindle. But each month I'm picking 5 physical books that I own, and then adding that as my TBR, so that way if I'm like, I'm not sure what I want to read, I can just pull from that list. But it's not like a set list, like I'm not necessarily gonna get a chance to read all of them. Kind of like how my 195 books, I'm not gonna read 195 books this year most likely, but I can pull from that list when I'm looking for my next read. And all the books I chose for February I'm very excited about. I lost the little strip of paper because it was a few days ago, but because I had actually recorded the vid, like I said, I recorded the video, but I didn't like it, so I pulled from my TBR. I pulled Reese Witherspoon's book club, and then let me get all that was like the little strip paper, and let me get all the books that I am going to read. Hold on. Okay, so for the Reese Witherspoon's book club pick, I chose The House of Eve by Sedeka Johnson. This one I'm very excited about. I believe I got it at a used bookstore. It's been on my like Amazon wish list forever, but I found literally an almost perfect copy for $2, and I was like, oh my gosh, yay, because I want all the books I can get, and used bookstores are my favorite place to get them. So I got this one used there's like 2 libraries that are where I live. They're like both like 15 minutes from me, but they're like in opposite directions of each other. So I usually like spend a day and go like both, and I'll spend like forever there, even though they're not even huge. It's just I'm usually not even looking for specific books, but when I see the books that are on my wish list, I get so freaking excited, and this was one of them. My hair is all in my mouth. Okay, so The House of Eve by Sedeka Johnson has been on my list probably since like, I honestly want to say like 2023, because I went through all of Reese Witherspoon's book club books, and I didn't want to read all of them, but I had picked out a lot of them, and this was like one of the first ones I ever picked out when I started my like whole reading journey. And I'm so upset I've never read it. Like I just fell through the cracks, I guess, and I really want to read it. Another one I feel like fell through the cracks because I read mostly on Kindle Unlimited, so it's really hard for me to sit down and like read a physical book sometimes. Sometimes it's lighting, sometimes it's like, you know, it's just easier for me to listen to my like my thing, like my book with either Kindle Assistant Reader or an audiobook or something. I'm driving, you know, whatever it is, or I'm talking on this thing, whatever it is. I don't ever like make very much progress in my physical books, and I'm really trying to change that this year. I'm trying to like carve out time every single day to read in general, but to really make progress in my physical books. So I'm gonna read The Underground Railroad. I got this at it was a different used bookstore. I got it for $5 in their little like, that's like their most expensive room, and I was like, what do you mean it's $5? Because this book is like $17 at Barnes & Noble, and that's why I hadn't owned it yet, and I wanted to read it 5 ever, and I bought it back in October, and I honestly, I think I read the first few pages, and I don't know if I like misplaced the book or what, because I was in my car, because I bought it in my husband's car that day, and normally I get the books in my car and then I bring them with me to the upstairs and like organize them, because we don't have bookshelves here right now, so everything's kind of misplaced. So I didn't know where I put this, and I found it because I was like, I know I bought it. So anyway, The Underground Railroad by Colson Whitehead. I'm very, very excited to read this. And it is, a lot of the books I chose this month are pretty short. Because, like I said, the whole sitting down, and I was wanted books that are easy to digest, but I also really want to focus. My goodness, and whispering like gets my throat going. I also really wanted to focus on reading a series this month. I know I just woke up, but I'm still yawning. And so I am going to be reading the 5th season, The Obelisk Sky, and Obelisk Gate and Stone Sky. This is a completed trilogy, N.K. Jemisin, and I feel like the most popular books recently are from like this Orbit publisher, because I'm pretty sure a lot of the other books I have on my list are from this publisher, which is just so cool. But anyway, hold on just a second. I guess it really was just a second. So yeah, and I just started this last night / this morning, and I'm only a few pages in, but you can also read this on Kindle Unlimited. But the box set was very cheap on Amazon as well. I also found a like omnibus version a few days after I bought this and opened it, took all the things away and threw it away, because I would have just returned it to Amazon. But I found the like big version with all 3 books included at the used bookstore that I go to all the time. And I was like, darn. And if I was like famous enough, you know, like on social media, I would be giving things away all the time, because I find copies of books I already own at these bookstores all the time, and I would love to give them to other people, but the only way I give things away now is giving them to those bookstores, and that'd be very weird in my opinion, to be like, let me buy this book and then give it back to you. Although it is to a good cause, but it's only like, it would have been $2, so I don't think it would have been that much of a difference. Anyway, so the other one that I'm really excited about reading this month is Memorial. I found this at the used bookstore. I actually own another copy. I own the hardcover that I bought last year, I think in February, because they were having a sale at 2nd and Charles. It was like on their like display, but I still bought it new. But this one is used, and I bought it specifically to read while I'm here, because my other one is packed away in my storage unit. This is one of the ones I'm extremely excited about. I wanted to read it for a while. Literally just everything about it. I really wanted to read it. And it's been on my list, I think, again, since last year. So now that I have the copy in hand, I'm going to read it again. I think I got it for $1. I think it was on the dollar cart. And I was like, why are y'all putting this on the dollar cart? I need to display this and put it as one of your bigger, your better reads. Sorry. They have like a table at one of them that's like displays. Okay, now stop yawning. Maybe I should go back to sleep after I record this video. But they have like a table at one of the things that has like, oh, look at all these like books, the notable books that we have in our used book section. And the other one, they just have them like all up. And they have also, since it's a used bookstore, and I guess maybe it's like the area or whatever, they don't usually have that many good like sci-fi fantasy reads either. But I do find books that I already own a lot there, that I really want to read. Like I think if it's still there, I'm gonna go this weekend and get Take My Hand to add to my list for this month, because I already own it. But then if I read it, I can just give it back and then just keep my copy that I have at home. Like it's packed away. But I really want to read Take My Hand as well this month. And then I finished another one too. And then this one, Sweetness of Water. I'll be reading, or I'm gonna try to read. It wasn't my January TBR, and I just didn't get a chance to do it. I think I started it. Oh my goodness, I really gotta chill. I started it, and I got like 1 page in, I think, and I don't know if I just wasn't in the mood for like the read or whatever. I did reread the first page again, and now I'm intrigued again. But at the time when I had read it, I think I was just very much in trying to finish my fantasy series last month, and so this is just a complete like different direction. But I'm very excited to read this. This was my my TBR jar pick for January. And then lastly, I'm counting this as one book, so for my like 5 books I picked, that's just one. And then as my like, well really, these are like, I'm gonna pick, I think I put this one on my actual TBR for February because this one's not my TBR for January, I don't want to repeat. But An American Marriage, I've had sitting on my desk since I got it a couple weeks ago. Just sitting there ready to read. Is another short one, and I'm very excited to read it. It's also another book club pick, so is this one. And I'm just very excited to read this one as well. It is, they said it's really short, and it's supposed to be like beautifully written, and I'm just so freaking excited about all my reads this month. Now these are not all the authors or books that I have by Black authors. They're not even all the ones I have at my house now, but they are like the top ones that I've been on my list probably for the longest. Maybe they haven't been on this one hasn't been on my list for very long, but if you've been on Book Talk, if you're on the right side of Book Talk, you've heard about the series non-stop, and I have to read it. So everything else that has been on my list for probably about a year to 2 years, and I really just want, now that I own all of them, I really want to get them read. If anyone somehow sees this video, because I don't promote, let me know what books you're reading in February, or if it's past February when you see this, let me know what books you read in February, or some of your like favorite like authors or books by Black authors. I really want to know. I always look for suggestions. I'm also thinking about buying, I keep looking at used bookstores, I've never seen it. I really want to read Open Water and Small Worlds. I can't get those like unlimited, so I might buy those. I'm pretty sure those are kind of short as well. But I want to see how I do with these, and then because I can always read the books like throughout the year. I wish I do too much. Like I read all authors like throughout the year, but I just want to make sure that I'm completely focusing on Black authors, especially with everything going on. I mean, I always try to like keep my reading like diversified, but I think it's very important that we're doing that this year. Just in terms of everything diversified by race, sexuality, gender, all of it, because we don't know what's going to happen, and it's not even 2 weeks in. It's not even 2 weeks in, and there has been a lot of, you know, things that have happened. So yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna end up posting political things on my page, but no one sees it, but it's also public, so someone could see it, and you know, I don't ever know how like that kind of stuff will affect a job or something, but at the same time I think it's important to talk about. So I might like I've recorded videos like of my opinions, but I haven't posted them, and like I was posted politically on TikTok, but I've stopped posting on TikTok. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. But yeah, 15 minutes, that's my shortest video yet.